see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bulldogs offense will get the ball first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up.
There he goes. He's at the 10. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
This offense is putting a drive together. Nice job. Opening drive, you got a script. You want to execute, you want to go down the field, really set the tone. Nice third down conversion, and now set up first and goal. This offense has a chance to really make a statement.
Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
We know a lot of offenses like to script their opening 10 plays going into games. They practice it over and over and over again throughout the week, and you just saw flawless execution on the opening drive by the offense. A nice job mixing in pass and run, getting different guys involved here early. They cap it off with a nice run late, but what a great job to take control of this game and the offense. They've got it moving now.
The Crimson Tide offense comes out, and now they'll go on the attack. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. They'll pick you apart.
Open field on the right. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generate a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got knocked out of the fit.
Yeah, they got to do a better job containing that as this game goes on. They got to funnel the football back to the middle of the field.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Gets it past the marker. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Alabama trying to cash in on this red zone trip. In the red area, it's Welch. Hard running there. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. They're the new #1 team in the country. What do they need to do to stay in that spot?
Well, and it's cool to see this team earn that, right? Like, they haven't been #1. They had to go get it on the field, and now it's got to stay on the field, Jesse. One game at a time. Don't get over our skis. Think about too many things in the future. Think about today.
Yeah, they've got to have a sense of urgency now, especially knowing with that #1 beside the name, they're going to get everybody's best shot. So they've got to step up. They've actually got to elevate their play now, I think, to keep this thing moving forward.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They're going to run it. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Let's see what the offense dials up on 3rd and goal. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, BAMA! Quick strike through the air for the score. The extra point here would tie the game.
And I love fighting the big fella down in the red zone. 3rd and goal. You got to make something happen down here. Throw it up high. Let the big fella make you look really good as a quarterback. Love finding those big guys down here in the red zone.
The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. That's caught. It's Marsh.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Complete with conviction on the crosser. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake now to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Looking to pass, it's Russell. Snagged out of the air. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, running back gets the give. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the 1st down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
as they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Makes the grab on the back. And he murders into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And the defense has to be able to do a better job on the back end, tackling this receiver and keeping him out of the end zone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. A quick pass to the left. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. The inside handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Catch in the middle, it's Curry. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Gonna run it, it's Curry. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Makes the grab, it's Curry. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A veritable Crimson Tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Takes it on the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Leaves it with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offense.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped. The 28.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it...
Oh, he's got some space. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because...
Deep shot for the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown time.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Paula, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Back to pass. They've got the screen set up. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yard.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Ready to fire from the pistol. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Going for it all. And they will score! Touchdown, Alabama! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. On the run, it's Marsh. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, and at some point, you're going to have to change your thought process. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. And the Bulldogs moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Wide open downfield. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. And the Dogs getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Taking it the other way. The 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, BAMA! And they turn it into a defensive score. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Oh, he's going to bring it out. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That's reeled in, it's White. They've got the first down, mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. To the air on first down. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He's open on the right. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Oh, they're after him. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Georgia sends out the punt team. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Leaves it with the back. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. It's caught. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. Not much working there. It'll be second and 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on third and long. To the air, it's Russell. Gets it out fast. Turning it on. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Gives it on the option. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll go to the ground. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Clark. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Off-play action on first down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Under fire. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit. You got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
Pressure coming. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Georgia lining up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. He's going to get loose. He just about took that one all the way to the house. They finally get him down after a tremendous return. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Powers through the defender. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. The big fullback's got it. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. I'm not sure what kind of vexing and magic they're trying to conjure up here, but sending out the field goal unit. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Throws to the wideout. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Alabama in business to start this drive with a 1st and goal. The give to the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And perhaps there's some confusion. The field goal unit is out there. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
Well, sudden change situation. You got to give this defense credit. Their offense just turned it over. They held tight. They didn't allow a touchdown. They forced their opponent to take a field goal. Nice job.
This drive will open from the 15. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's going to run it.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Pocket breaking down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Trying to set up the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Georgia sent out the punt team. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Here comes that Alabama offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So first down, we'll open up the final period. The give to the tailback. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Fullback's got it. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. Right down the boulevard. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we're looking pretty good.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had to punt it away from deep. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile.
Man, I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Trying to escape and get it himself. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. The quarterback tried to make something out of it with his legs, but instead, he turns the football over.
And this is what you like about the quarterback. You don't want to handcuff him. You want to give him the freedom and the flexibility to get outside and create. That's where he's brilliant. That's really the added element he brings this offense. But you do need to reel him in with respect to the fundamentals and taking care of the football. Just has to do better moving forward.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. They'll try to run for it. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Tries to get it on the ground. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some first downs, salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop us.
On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. After getting knocked back, it's second and goal from the 4. And the quarterback takes a knee. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Nothing like stomping a guy in the teeth when you got him down. They'll try to tack on 3 more. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. They didn't need the extra points, but maybe just a chance to stick it to them right here a little bit at the end. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit